Hi everyone, this is my Ivy Aloma. I've had her for several months now. She was on clearance, I forgot where. My son actually picked it for me. It was like between, I don't know, several plants. I think this was $1 because she was looking pretty pathetic. I have transplanted her one time only, I think. And she has grown, I would say, 4 to 6 times since I got her. I've only had her for several months. I don't even think it's been I don't even think it's been like half a year yet. So this is what she looks like. She has the tips are white variegated. She reminds me kind of like the same pattern of a Ficus elastica tineki. Um, And these are her leaves. As you've noticed, the younger ones tend to kind of look like a tooth, essentially a long elongated tooth. And it starts to grow and have like these ears on the top. And the older ones seem to look like that. So that's something to look forward to. She sits in a west facing window, but in the very top shelf of it, so she does get indirect light all a day long, and then about sometime in the afternoon, like close to dusk, when the sun is setting, she gets a little bit of that kind of light. She is also next to a LED artificial light, and she does get that. I would say, depending on how dark it is that day, she would get a few about an hour or so at night when we're just kind of hanging around in the living room and it's getting dark, or when on the darker days or darker months, what would happen is that I would turn that on if it's really gray out and it's going to be all gray and it's not going to be sunny at all or bright, then I'll turn that on all day. Um, so that's it. It's not really a plant light. It's not really a grow light. It's nothing special like that for now. I don't really know if I will switch it. I have been toying with the idea that I might, but for now, it's not really like that. And this is what she looks like. I hope you enjoy my video. You're going to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. Also, all of my social media accounts are in the description section. What I use to water this plant will be in the description section. Anything else, like questions, comments, tips, advice, or you want to chit chat about this particular plant, let me know down in the comments section. I love hearing from you guys all the time. And this is, I would say, a 6-inch pot, and it's just a grower pot that I got. I forgot where I got it from, but it's from a different plant. And if I can fit that plant in like my favorite pot, I usually do that. And if I can't, I keep it in that, because sometimes when you buy certain plants, they're really, really small in such a small grower pot, and you don't want to overwhelm them by putting them in a much larger pot. You usually want to do like one, maybe two sizes bigger. So like 1 to 2 inches bigger, depending on the type of plant. Some plants prefer tighter pots, and some plants prefer a little bit more space. I usually just do one bigger unless it's a giant plant. Then, you have a little bit more room. And again, it just depends, but usually I've noticed it's better to put them in a tighter pot than in a much larger pot. So, that's just a little tip there. Yeah. Uh she is in my favorite potting soil, which is Schultz potting soil. And I would really recommend that. It's fast draining, but it does hold a little bit of moisture, but not even as... It's actually better than, or faster draining, and or less moisture retaining than a Miracle-Gro cactus soil. That one is really going to be like, whoa. That one is like, kind of fast draining, but also retains a ton of water. A lot of people have been getting a lot of like root rot and just issues when it comes to that brand of soil because it retains so much water. And usually when you use that kind of soil for a particular plant, it's usually a kind of plant that doesn't really want like that retaining moisture so much, so it can actually kill your plant. Um, and I guess that's what happened with my snake plant last year. It wasn't doing so great because I used that soil, and of course it gave me a ton of fungus gnats. I do not recommend Miracle-Gro. So anyway, back to this particular plant. I love how the variegation looks, and also it's dear to me because my son picked it out for me. So I really like that as well. Again, if you guys want to chit chat about this particular plant, let me know down in the comment section. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you guys so much for the beautiful words, encouraging words, the loving support. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye.